you almost guarantee you a job because they usually want to keep one. I try to get them good. Church Street came in the parking lot.
有，然后自己没有关系，反正找到0点上就能到啊。
God, creator of heaven and earth, we're here today in recognition that you've also created us. One of the charges you've given to us as men and women is to cultivate the earth and make it productive. That's exactly what these young engineers have been training to do the last several years. We ask your blessings on them as they set out to apply the intellects that you've given them and the skills that they have learned. We ask that they may do so with the highest of concern for their communities. We ask that they may do so with the highest of ethics. We ask that they may do so with the highest of success. And we ask that they may do so in the providence of your grace. Amen.
At this time, I will introduce our department chairman and their representatives, who will later announce the candidates for graduation from their departments. Dr. Richard W. Mixad, Chairman, Aerospace Engineering and Engineering Mechanics. Dr. Neil E. Armstrong, Associate Chairman, Civil Engineering. Dr. William J. Koros, Chairman, Chemical Engineering. Dr. Stephen A. Shigenda, Chairman, Electrical and Computer Engineering. Dr. Kenneth R. Diller, Chairman, Mechanical Engineering. And Dr. Larry W. Lake, Chairman, Petroleum Engineering. Others participating in our ceremonies are Dr. Thomas F. Edgar, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Dr. Douglas R. Lloyd, Associate Dean for Graduate Student Recruiting, Dr. Alvin H. Meyer, Associate Dean for Student Affairs, Mrs. Sonia Conradi, Director of the Equal Opportunity and Engineering Program at the College of Engineering, UT Austin, and Dr. Randall B. Macabale, Professor of Civil Engineering and Chairman of the College of Engineering Commencement Committee. Where did Randy go? There he is. And our convocation marshals today are Drs. Priscilla Nelson and William Rawson, and our graduate student marshal is Dr. David Hull. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Philip D. Hester, who will give the commencement address today. Mr. Hester graduated from the University of Texas at Austin College of Engineering in December 1976, earning a B.S. in Electrical Engineering with highest honors in just 3.5 years. Early in his career with IBM, it became apparent that Mr. Hester was going to make a more than ordinary contribution to the development of new IBM products. By the time he had been with IBM 6.5 years, he was a key contributor to the development of 3 major new product components. He was promoted 3 times and was appointed to management and earned a Master of Science degree in Electrical Engineering by attending UT part-time. After only 8 years with the company, he held management responsibility for the development of the Reduced Instruction Set Computing, otherwise known as a RISC system, system architecture, which was the basis for the IBM RTPC product. His advanced concepts for process performance were unheard of at the time for a product of this class. During his 11th year with IBM, he was given total engineering responsibility to develop design criteria and hardware for the program, which ultimately became the IBM RISC 6000 product line that was announced in the spring of 1990. At the age of 34, just 12 years after obtaining his bachelor's degree in electrical engineering, the IBM Corporation recognized Mr. Hester's technical and management skills by appointing him to the rank of Director of the Engineering Center, Advanced Workstations Division, IBM Austin. In 1992, he was again promoted, this time to Vice President of the Advanced Workstations and Systems Division of IBM. Mr. Hester is a member of Phi Beta Pi and Eta Kappa Nu. He's a member of the Dean's Executive Committee for the College of Engineering. He is a silver member of the Friends of Valley. And ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Mr. Philip Hester.
Thank you, Dr. Woodson. I'd like to say a welcome to all the graduates here, their faculty, friends, family, and supporters that have been with them throughout the years. It's of a particular honor to me to be here today to welcome you to this event and to also say thank you to contributors to the society and the fact that we now have more engineers to sign To the graduates, I'd offer my sincere congratulations. I know how hard and how long each of you worked to reach this point in your careers. You should be incredibly proud of that accomplishment today. To the family and friends, I'd also like to say thank you for your tireless support and dedication to make possible their achievements. It's clear that no one can achieve this alone, and clearly your support and contributions over the years have contributed significantly to the successes today. Finally, I'd like to acknowledge the contributions and dedication of the engineering faculty and administration here at the University of Texas at Austin to their dedication to engineering education. Today marks the long end of the process getting you ready for what's been called the real world. Dr. Woodson asked me to come here today to give you a little insight as to what I would consider to be some of the things that the real world is like. One of the things that I think is very clear is that this world is changing very rapidly and will change even more so in the future. So trying to predict the future at this point, which is one of the things I've been asked to do, may be somewhat difficult, and we'll reflect on that as we go through this discussion. As you try to predict the future, there is a very popular saying among business analysts, and that is, you can give anyone a date and you can give anybody a number, but you're going to be wrong if you give them both a date and a number together. So we'll try to reflect on that and make some predictions that I think may in fact come true and hopefully can help you in your careers. I think one thing that is clearly safe to say is the rate of change will continue and in fact will be accelerating in all engineering disciplines in the future. When I was at UT in the early and mid-1970s, the computing world was very different as we know it today. Most of us had punch cards, and if we were lucky, had ASCII terminals attached to what at that time was a very large mainframe known as the CDC 6600. To put that in perspective, the computing power that both the undergraduates, graduates, and faculty shared at the time is approximately the same as one of today's under $10,000 workstations. So clearly very rapid rates of change, and a totally new world today than what we knew then. Back then, the personal computer industry as we know it really didn't exist. The personal computers that did exist at the time were really kits aimed at the gearheads that really wanted to study computer science and engineering. And typically a large personal computer at that time would have a whopping 4 kilobytes of main memory. The PC marketplace clearly has emerged since then and emerged very differently than was originally predicted. In fact, when IBM did its extensive market research prior to the introduction of the first personal computer in 1981, that market research showed that we would sell approximately 250,000 personal computers over its entire lifetime. To put that in perspective, in the third quarter of this year that was just completed, we'll sell approximately 1 million personal computers in just one of the 5 product lines that exist today. Another major segment of the computing industry that is driving a lot of the change today that did not exist at that time was the entire concept of reduced instruction set computing. So clearly the emergence of the PC and the workstation world and the factors of change they're creating in the computer industry was really unpredicted at the time. On the other hand, at that time there were 2 things that were clearly safe to predict. First, IBM would be invincible. And secondly, mainframes will rule computing forever. So much for our ability to do long-range predictions. However, I think if we do look at some of the technological trends that are clearly evident and some of the trends in society that are evident today, that we can make some fairly specific projections as to what you will see in your careers in the very near future. First, it's very likely that you'll work for a number of companies during your careers. Society, the corporate structures, and technology is changing at such a rapid rate that I suspect no one specialization may exist for very long in individual companies. And in fact, you may expect to move from one company to the other. In addition to that, I would expect that a number of you will in fact go through several careers during your employment years. And as a result of that, what you've learned here, the ability to absorb new ideas and concepts and apply those will continue to be very important to you as you pursue your careers. Another development that we would expect to see in the future is the concept of what we call co-opetition, of companies partnering in key areas to develop mutually beneficial technologies, but also being strong competitors using that technology to hopefully advantage themselves in the marketplace. One of the things that I've learned through a lot of the work that we've been doing between Apple, IBM, and Motorola is that no one person or no one company is a single source of all the good ideas in the world. And I would encourage you in the future, as you have dealings both within your companies and with others that you may consider competitors, to figure out how to leverage those good ideas and to be able to exploit those to your own personal benefits. One of the other trends that's clearly happening is the merging of different industries at this point. As we look at what's happening in the computer industry, the entertainment industry, and education, there is clearly going to be a merging in the next generation of those technologies to create a set of personal computing products that everyone will be able to use will very fundamentally change the way that we deal with computers at a fundamental level. One of the things that you know it today is undergo very rapid changes. The beginnings of video conferencing and the merging of that with multimedia technology, along with the coming availability of an international high-speed intercommunications network, is likely going to make virtual reality a possibility in the short future. And the first place that will probably start showing up is video conferencing and design groups, where instead of physically having to be together with the people you're collaborating with, you can do that in front of a personal computer or a workstation, network to others, either locally in the city or as far away as around the world as you collaborate on future designs. All in all, I think all of these changes will clearly make the world a more interesting and more dynamic place for you to deal with in the future. In the next few years, as you deal with this, I would expect that you may find some of the things that you learned so far have a surprisingly short and shocking shelf life. So the continued educational process will be one of my primary importance to you. One of the things that is also going to be happening is the rate of change increasing in all technological areas. To give you a little perspective on that, in 1962, Arthur C. Clarke, who's one of the better-known science fiction writers, formulated several laws of technology. One of those was that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. That was said approximately 31 years ago. And you can imagine what he would say if he was here today to look at the current technological changes. It's hard to imagine, but it's fairly clear that the rate of change has gotten significantly faster and faster over the years. To put that in perspective a little bit, in the computer industry, I want to give you a little quick chronology of what's happened since the introduction of the first real family of computers from IBM in 1964 with the introduction of the System 360. That was replaced in the 1970s with the System 370, the 1980s with the 3081, 1987 with the 3090, a couple of years ago with the ES9000. What does that show? One of the things it shows is we're not real good at naming products. The other thing that it showed was that development cycles back then were probably about 5 to 7 years in duration. And the evolution from one generation was significant, but it was really incremental off of the prior generation. To put that in perspective, today's development cycles in the personal computer and workstation world typically average 6 to 12 months, and to stay competitive in this industry, you have to double performance and price performance about every 12 to 18 months. I'm sure that there are other examples in other engineering disciplines, but it is very clear that this rate of change is going to be phenomenal, and your ability to deal with that will be one of your critical success factors in the future. So that's what I would call welcome to the real world. Tremendous technological change, partnering, cooperation, and the impact of that on how you deal with business and professional life. I'd also like to reflect on another of Arthur C. Clarke's laws that applies to engineers. That is that the only way to discover the limits of the possible is to go into the impossible. I wish each and every one of you a very successful career and encourage you all to always consider how to go into the impossible and achieve the magic in your engineering careers, and to also be open to ideas and changes and to keep current with how those reflect on on your careers and your ability to be successful in your chosen professions. Thank you all very much. This afternoon, candidates for master's degrees and doctorates in several engineering disciplines, as indicated in your program, will be recognized by the graduate school. Some of those students have joined us for the engineering ceremony, and we are pleased to recognize them at this time. Douglas Lloyd, Associate Dean for Graduate Student Recruiting, will call names of those graduate degree candidates present.
Dean Woodson, the following are candidates for Doctor of Philosophy degrees in engineering. Spiros Karavanos. Diego Arturo Lopez de Artigosa. David Wayne Sikora. Scott Thomas Acton. Shams Naeem Siddiqui. Michael Wayne Harville. Terry Joseph Hendricks. Tien Shug Lee. Young Ting. Thomas Walter Van Doren. Dieter Beatty. Min T. Lim. And my wife, Diane Renee Thomas Lloyd. Dean Woodson, the following are candidates for Master of Science degrees in engineering. Francois Blanchard. Thomas Franklin Creel, Jr. Dragos Allen Friesland. Kenneth Joseph Egan. Scott Raymond Nolan.
David John Paul. Drew Walter Fong with honors. Jason Eric Green with honors. Kenneth Clinton Slatton with high honors. Matthew Thomas Smith with honors. Marcin Saharsky. Glenn Allen Walther. Michael John Wharton. This completes the presentation of the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Aerospace Engineering.
following are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Architectural Engineering. Mark Chesley Baker. Buddy Bass. Mark Jeffrey Cadell. William Scott Griffin. Jeffrey Lance Huddleston. Allison Lee Tanaka. Regina Diane Cardos. Bonnie Camille Longley. James R. McCann. Jennifer Lynn Meters. Marlo R. Montoya. Jonathan Patty. Anne Marie Rita. Douglas Allen Swain. Michael James Oldrick. Juan Jose Vasquez. And Melissa Wheatholter. The following are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Pedro Guadalupe Amaraz III. Brian Rogers Baird. Luis Raul Campana. Matthew Preston Carlton with honors. Scott Douglas Carruthers. Bradley Benton Castleberry with highest honors. Childry. Gregory Scott Cleveland. Grant Meldon Coddington. Kathleen Messeroli del Solar. William Chester Emmett. Richard Allen Gertz. Vernon Govinda. Lanny Palin with honors. Gregory Dean Hillman. Joseph Otto Hepkin with honors. Michael David Peachox with honors. Corey K. Klingelheber. Chuck Joseph LaRoche. John Austin Latham. Christopher Llewellyn Leaf. Ferdos Mahmoud with highest honors. Marler. David Edward Martinez. Kenneth Roland McClure. Virgil Bruce McFarland. Mark Charles Litardis. Jeffrey Scott Reed. Lance Gregory Rocco. Kevin John Schnell. Terry Wayne Stiles. Kevin Michael Sweat. Alan Luis Tebow. Cheryl Lynn Thompson. Min Trump. Jerry Wayne Wheat, Jr. Kyle Patrick Williams. Grant Wu. This completes the presentation of the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degrees in Architectural Engineering and Civil Engineering.
Dean Woodson, the following are candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Harold Skitte Allen. Rolando Alvarado. Roberto Ramon Arce. Trevor Blackburn. Charles Michael Bonnerman with high honors. Kirk Grady. Daniel Louie. John Joseph Burden III. Roberto Cervantes. Din Tan Chao. Terry Kilosi with honors. Chin Sing Chu with honors. Kenneth Paul Clark. Thomas Robert Comfort. Glenn M. Cook. Kathleen Elaine Cook. Shelby Ann Courier. Robert Wallace Crone IV. Jeffrey Scott Croyle. Jose Isabel de la Rosa. Gregory Scott DeCunder with highest honors. Jason Kenneth Duncan. Todd Fast. Jason Errol Garrell. Darren Anthony Peter George. Peter Allen Gonzalez. George Anthony Grossling. Frederick Lee Hendricks. Blake Huber. William Reed Jeanette. Tom B. Jordan. Stephen Michael Karras with honors. Richard James Kelly. Peter Joel Kriofsky. Kelly James Kubasta with honors. Christopher Shane Balumande. Jung Suk Lim. Arun Madaniyake. Robert P. McMahon. James William Mosio with highest honors. Raymond Shirdat Niran. Daniel Navarro. Alfred Navarez. Jeffrey Paul Peterson. Christopher Young Cortado. Jill Ann Reisman. Joseph Carl Richter. Michael Lee Robbins. Brian Adair Rogers. Christopher Lynn Rossi. Jeffrey Leon Sabala. Andrew Dwayne Slater. Greg Noel Stanley.
Am I gonna hate all of them?
Yeah.
Ink all over the paper. And already the paper.
Is this a professional thing to use in when he gets a job? Or
No, you needed to watch.
Oh, that's what I meant. It looked like.
That'll work.
I think you should wear that.
Is that a Mickey Mouse or something?
Like the snowman at the Christmas. Wear the
Yeah,
snowman that was on it. They're cute.
seasonal
Should have been a
watches.
pair of underwear or something.
No. You think we're that immature?
What's that?
That's a costume for Oreo.
And you should see her in it.
What?
There's more.
There's a red nose for
I'm
her.
not sure why they gave you that. They first tried it out on the dog.
Well, we've got that on tape
Oh,
too.
you didn't get all of it. Here's
Like a
some more.
Rudolph the Red Nose.
Here's some more. You see that?
Oh, a critical part of property.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
why they got them in there.
Did you take a picture of it?
Yeah.
Oh, God, something.
There's that. Oh yeah.
Night high.
The lamb chop night light.
So when he moves away, he won't be lonely.
We almost got you a lamb chop light for your room instead of Barney, but
Too much you smell y'all.
oh yeah, we could have taken that back.
They're going to get Mr. Rogers'
Intercom.
intercom cover.
Uh-uh.
Those are Paul.
That's what lights up.
Yeah, I see what was the part of it like that.
The ball.
Wow.
Ooh, I know what this one is.
Gummy something. Gummy Chevy trucks. Oh my god. How do they do that?
We wrote to Hershey's and told
They have
them
gummy Ford trucks too?
no. They break apart too easy.
You're not gonna share your gummy Chevy trucks?
There's still more, Chris.
Oh shit, let's
They've got all three of these.
Is that a Silverado?
They got Blazers, trucks, and vans.
all of them are vans.
No, they're not. They might be. Does it say van on here? Ooh, this one's good.
I don't understand this.
There's nothing to understand.
Oh, I thought maybe there was deep-seated meaning. I thought surely there must be a meaning
What?
to it.
Gravy.
Turkey gravy. We were gonna get you chicken gravy, but we thought, how many times is Chris gonna graduate? This concludes our present.
I wasn't recording, was I?
When two lovers woo.
Oh, I didn't miss much.
We've got it from the other day.
Sitting in front of you who have earned a GPA of 3.75 or higher. Nor will time permit me to tell you about Jennifer and Cheryl and Chris and Ron, among many others who have done so much to benefit this college. However, I am privileged to introduce to you 5 very exceptional young people. First, let me introduce the 4 runners-up, each of whom is in the Engineering Honors Program and will graduate with highest honors in the College of Engineering. From Plano, Texas, a transfer student who is graduating in 6 semesters, Guillermo A. Amir. From Mendel, Texas, another transfer student who is graduating in 5 semesters, Bradley Benton Castleberry. From Houston, Texas, a Longhorn band member for 4 years and graduating in 9 semesters, Gregory Scott DeCunha. An outstanding co-op student who lists his permanent address as Austin, Texas, Rudolfo Andreas Gonzalez. I thank each of you for your contribution to the college, and I know that your families and friends are proud of your accomplishments. The graduate recognized as excelling both as a scholar and as a leader will receive a plaque which reads as follows. The College of Engineering Outstanding Scholar Leadership Award, This award is presented to a graduating senior in recognition of sustained superior academic performance and exceptional leadership while pursuing an engineering degree at the University of Texas at Austin. This year's recipient was born in Pasadena, Texas, to James and Jackie. They now live in Houston, Texas, where James is a consulting engineer. James earned a Bachelor of Science degree in physics at the University of Texas at Austin and a PhD in electrical engineering at the University of Houston. Jackie is a graduate of Baylor University. They met in Corpus Christi when they were both teaching. Our recipient was a Longhorn before he got to UT. At J. Frank Dobie High School, where he was active in the Junior Classical League, in soccer, and was president of the National Honor Society. He entered the University of Texas at Austin in the fall of 1989 as a mechanical engineering major, but changed to electrical engineering after 3 semesters. While here, he has served as president and recording secretary of Eta Kappa Mu, was named Outstanding Pledge of Tau Beta Pi, was an honor scholar for the Applied Research Laboratory, volunteered as a student mentor for freshmen, spent several Sunday afternoons as a volunteer in the children's ward at Breckenridge Hospital, was a volunteer for Math Counts for 2 years, and played in the Austin City Soccer League with a group of engineering students. This past year, he has been one of the College of Engineering student recruiters, and this fall was one of our student speakers at the freshman fall gathering. He did all this while earning a 3.93 GPA. He plans to pursue graduate education. He has a younger brother, Donnie, who is a sophomore here in mechanical engineering and is carrying on the family tradition of academic excellence. His younger brother, Tommy, is 12 years old and will have a very high standard to follow when he comes to UT in a few years. Our recipient shared with me his philosophy of life as being a quote by Teddy Roosevelt that goes like this: "It is not the critic who counts, or how the strong man stumbled and fell, or where the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short again and again, who knows the great enthusiasm, the great devotion, and spends himself in a worthy cause. And if he fails, at least fails while enduring greatly, so that he will never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. Dean Woodson, fellow faculty, distinguished guests, honored graduates, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the Outstanding Scholar Leadership Award recipient for the fall of 1993 graduating class, Charles Anthony Tony Vanelli. At this time, I'd like to ask Dr. and Mrs. Vanelli and his family to stand with him and be recognized. Where are they? It is my pleasure to introduce one of our alumni who will comment on the privileges of being a new alumni. Sonia Conradi is a graduate of the College of Engineering at the University of Texas at Austin, having received a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering in May of 1985. She later attended the University of California at Berkeley, where she completed a Master of Science in Electrical Engineering. She has held engineering positions at Hewlett-Packard, IBM Corporation in San Jose, California, and at AT&T Bell Laboratories, where she was a hardware design engineer. In August of 1990, Sonia was appointed as director of the College of Engineering's Equal Opportunity in Engineering program. In this capacity, she is responsible for the continuing development of the Minority Engineering program, which recruits, advises, and retains students. Additionally, Sonia coordinates research programs to encourage minority undergraduates to pursue advanced degrees. She is a regional advisory board member of both the National Society of Black Engineers and the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, and is the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers 1994 National Career Conference co-chair. She has received numerous professional awards, including the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers National President's Award. She is a dynamic and committed administrator and has made the College of Engineering Equal Opportunity Engineering program one of the best in the country. And occasionally, when she's feeling in a good mood, she calls me boss. And I'm very proud to be there. Sonia, we are pleased to have you as one of our many final alumni deliver a challenge to our new alumni.
Thank you, Dr. Meyer. Dean Woodson, Chairman, members of the faculty, graduates of the class of 1993, and guests. Thank you very much for inviting me to be with you today. It is both an honor and a pleasure to be asked to share a few words with the students and their families regarding the important roles alumni play in our college. Before I begin my comments, let me congratulate the candidates for graduation we are honoring today for achieving such an important milestone. I offer you my sincerest congratulations on a job well done. I'm sure today is a very special day and that it has a significant day in your life. I remember my graduation ceremony. I remember rejoicing at the thought of not having to buy another fajita taco from the egg roll stand on the corner of 26th and Speaker. I also remember how happy I was that I would not have to journey again through that treacherous tunnel between RLM and BCJ. Perhaps you too are overjoyed with the thought that you won't have to wait again for the shuttle bus on a cold and rainy day. And you're probably sitting there promising yourself that you will never again deal with parking on this campus. Before your thoughts take you further away, let me share a few words with you regarding the college and its community. A community is a group of people who share common interests and work towards a common goal. Each member of a community plays a unique role, with his or her contributions being dependent on the knowledge, perspective, and skills he or she brings forth. As a human being, it is our nature to belong to a community. The community within the College of Engineering is a very special one, comprised of individuals with diverse cultures, experiences, and training. The college community consists of a variety of individuals, such as outstanding teachers, world-renowned researchers, corporate representatives, young and young at heart alumni, and administrators. Its setting consists of top-rated facilities and laboratories which provide an outstanding environment conducive to learning. At the center of the College of Engineering's community are you, the students. When you first set foot on this campus, you arrive with a unique cultural, social, and academic perspective. As you progress through your program, you interact with several members of the college community. I am sure that you've encountered a tough professor that challenged you to learn the material just slightly better than you planned. You probably met the staff member who made you comply with endless rules and policies, even though you hoped that he or she would bend the rules just once for you. You also met the corporate representative who put you at ease during that tough first interview that you thought would never end. These individuals are all part of the College of Engineering's community. Through your interactions with them, your college experience was shaped. I'm sure that you benefited extensively from these interactions on your way to becoming an engineer. When you graduate, you will assume a new role within the college's community. You will become an alumnus. For decades, alumni have played a key role in the college, and you can continue that tradition. I encourage you to be the alumnus who provides an internship or co-op experience for a student. You can also be the alumnus who contributes to the Friends of Alec to provide scholarships for needy and deserving students. Perhaps you can be the alumnus that visits with pre-college students to encourage them to pursue a career in engineering. You can be the alumnus that comes to the campus to talk to our students about the latest technologies or about corporate etiquette. You can also be the alumnus that links his or her company needs with the research conducted by one of our faculty members. The message is simple. The college needs your participation so that it can provide a top-notch education for all of its students. By becoming an active alumnus in the college community, you will assist the college in providing better programs, be more responsive to our students' needs, and provide an environment conducive to learning and excelling. It is a very simple process to become involved. The process starts by keeping the college updated with your current address. Call us and let us know that you want to help. With a mission of providing the best education possible, the college needs each and every one of you to take an active role and to help us send the message that we care. The college wants to continue opening the doors to education for others as they were opened for you. Please join us in our mission. Congratulations and God bless you.
Today's ceremonies are the result of hard work and dedication, not only by the students, but also by the faculty. Effective teaching requires extraordinary talents, abilities, and motivation. The faculty of the College of Engineering take their teaching duties seriously and consider teaching to be a very important role. Will all of the faculty please stand? Special recognition this year. Dr. Priscilla Nelson, Associate Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, and Dr. William Rawson, Assistant Professor of Petroleum Engineering, our Convocation Marshals, were both recipients of 1993 Departmental Teaching Awards. Dr. Michael Engelhardt, Assistant Professor of Civil Engineering, received the 1993 College-wide Award for Outstanding Engineering Teaching by an Assistant Professor. Mike? Dr. Wallace Fowler, Professor, Department of Aerospace Engineering and Engineering Mechanics, was named a Fellow of the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics and received both a Centennial Certificate and a Centennial Medallion from the American Society for Engineering Education. Welcome. Dr. Matthew Hall, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering, was the recipient of the 1993 Ralph Teeter Educational Award from the Society of Automotive Engineers. Dr. Alvin H. Meyer, Associate Dean for Student Affairs and Senior Lecturer, Department of Civil Engineering, was named a Distinguished Engineer of the Foundation by the Texas Engineering Foundation. And Dr. Jose Rosette, Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, was elected to the National Academy of Engineering. Jose. Now, before we conclude our ceremony, I want to pay special tribute to a portion of this audience who've made all of this educational success possible. The parents, the spouses, the children, and perhaps a few creditors. May I ask all of you degree candidates to stand, turn around, and give a warm thank you to those supporters who have joined you here today. Let's get back. While they play the recessional music, the platform party and the faculty will recess. We will be pleased to have you all join us at a reception in the Thompson Conference Center, which is just across the street east of the building, in that direction. To all the families and friends present, thank you for coming. And again, to all our degree candidates, congratulations, and please come back and visit us. And now, will you all rise and join in singing The Eyes of Texas, led by Dr. Albert Meyer.
Jump in.
I'm gonna let you hold it. Take your picture.
We have to have a picture.
Well, of course. Tilt it a little bit more.
Hey, it's dumping.
So I don't embarrass anybody.
Oh my god.
Well, I know, but you've seen enough games.
I don't care if everybody's staring. Let them stare. I couldn't care less, Christopher.
Oh, hey. That
Hold it
is
up
great.
now. I just got the cake.
Smile.
Evo.
He doesn't.
Yes, he will. I'll come over there and I'll just give him a big hug.
Oh God, that won't make
That would make him smile.
Oh, he's got a terrorist ass. Look at that. Come on. Give us a sign. Come on.
Go like that, Chris.
Come on. Just a minute. You have to sit there. Your mom's out of film, so you have to sit there for a little bit.
He's getting it on camera.
Come on, Chris.
That's it. Picture already looks better. He was getting homesick.
Don't take the brake off.
Well, I can't see if I've got this on that thing. I had to keep any of it because I can't see the little deep.
Hey, you want us to push it around the lot?
Well, he said it.
This thing's in good shape.
Wait till she gets a picture of it.
All right, Chris. Come on, put your hands up. Is it turning?
Yeah, it's turning. Okay, guys.
Come on, let's go.
Okay, here's one. Okay, again, guys. Okay, guys, again.
Come on, up in the air, Chris.
Okay, that's good. Now wait, y'all just stay there and everybody else get around them, please. Okay?
Sure, you get up there.
The bag lady will leave her bag.
All right, everybody get up there.
You want to get up here?
I'm going up there.
No, that's okay. You go ahead. I'll take the picture. I'm good at taking them. I'm not good at being in it. Go ahead. Get on.
Jody, go up there.
Hang on, I'm gonna get him and then I'll jump in.
Look Christopher up here. Look Christopher.
Christopher.
He's doing good. I mean, he's got it down perfect. He's got it down perfect.
You want us to haul that over to your farm?
Okay. Jeff, you tell him when to get up there? Not really. Don't get up there with them.
Yeah.
You want to get up there with them?
Nah.
Huh?
Nah.
Smile. We got 3. I got 3.
That's exactly what he is supposed to. He's used to doing that at home, so it doesn't happen.
I just hope you're able to put it
I heard there was 80 people who graduated, only 14 had job offers.
out of your mechanical science class. Well, that's you come down.
There you go. There you go. Well, listen, you're not going to pass.